Seat tonight. Let's see if we can change somebody's life in the next half hour. What do you reckon? Gang, give away a whole lot of money. Might be $1 million. Might just pay off their credit card. Might just change somebody's life. And let's hope it's one of our 6 contestants who takes home the 7 figures tonight. Let's meet them right now. And in seat number 1, for swag demonstrations, Damon Hall would hide a rubber snake, unroll it, and then dramatically kill it. Jessica Goss loves French bulldogs and attends regular Frenchie birthday parties. After a makeup convention, Brittany Dalton went home on the train with fake blood and bruises. Mark Dukic is an aspiring filmmaker and has dabbled in short films and videos. Lynn O'Brien wants to visit and take a photo in all 195 countries of the world. And keen skier Brian Thacker wants to know how much skiing he can do with $1 million. Yeah, why not? All right, Damon, you ready?
Yes.
Let's go. Hello, Damon.
G'day.
Mate, you're done up like Crocodile Dundee. You're from Templestowe in Victoria. What's going on?
I used to be an adventure tour guide, mate, taking backpackers around Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when was that?
Oh, it was a few years back now. I've got
you still in the kit?
got me on the show, mate.
Yeah. Good on you, buddy. Now, tell me about rolling up the snake and whacking it. Were you a swagman, were you?
Well, we'd sleep in swags under the stars each night, out in the desert, and most of the backpackers were international travellers. They'd never slept in a swag, didn't know what it was. So I'd hide a rubber snake in the swag just for a bit of fun.
Well, I'm sure that was fun, yeah.
I'd roll it out, and the snake would come flying out, and I'd grab it and swing it around my head and crack its head over a log and throw it off into the darkness. And I got away with it every time. No one would check to see if it was alive.
And you're the hero. Good on you. Damon, there you go. Roy's your dad. Go, Roy.
Hey.
Welcome to the show. Was he always a bit of a prankster?
Always, mate.
Good stuff, mate. OK, 15 questions will get you there. Ready to play?
Yes.
Let's play Hot Seat. $100. Flip-flops are another name for what type of clothing or footwear? A, shorts. B, moccasins. C, thongs. D, track pants.
C, Eddie, thongs.
Thongs in. Thongs correct for $1,000. For $100, aren't it? I was jumping the gun. I was giving you the big money already. I want to ask you about this. You're an eclipse chaser.
Yeah, it's one of the best shows that nature can put on.
So eclipse of the sun or the moon?
Yeah, eclipse of the sun by the moon, yep. So I've seen 3 so far. Probably the best one was we went to Rarotonga and we chartered a small container ship and took off the containers, put on a sound system and went out in the ocean to get under the path of totality.
And how was that?
Awesome.
What sort of music were you playing?
Electronic, loud.
Yeah? Good stuff, David. $200. A traditional nursery rhyme begins Tinker, Tailor, what? A, lover, hater. B, soldier, sailor. C, plumber, whaler. D, butcher, baker. 10.
I don't actually know that one, Eddie. Don't think I want to risk it, I'll pass.
See you later, Damon. Catch it. Hello, Jessica.
How are you?
I'm well. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Jessica Goss is from Kirrawee in New South Wales, an insurance broker.
That's it.
32 years of age. Adam is your husband of 5 years. Hello, Adam.
G'day, Ed. How are you, mate?
I'm very, very well. Jessica, you could win $1 million too.
I could, but this question is a bit tricky, actually.
Yeah, well, tell me about Taylor, who's your stepdaughter. She's 8 years of age.
Yeah, 8 years old, stepdaughter. So I've been stepmother since, for about 8 years now, so.
Good on you.
Yes.
Let's go, Jessica. A traditional nursery rhyme begins Tinker, Tailor, what? Lover, hater, soldier, sailor, plumber, whaler, butcher, baker.
Yep, to be honest, I actually don't know this one.
10 seconds.
But Tinker Tailor, I would have to go with B, Eddie, I think.
Lock in B.
Yep.
Correct for $200. Right, it's dated back to the 15th century. It goes Tinker, Tailor, soldier, sailor, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. It's used as a counting game to work out who will be it in a game of chasey.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bit of
So
a eeny,
thank you.
meeny, miny, mo, Tinker, Tailor, soldier, sailor type of thing. $300.
Yep.
In sumo wrestling, a contestant wins if they force their opponent out of the what? A, oval. B, court. C, ring. D, cookie jar.
Lock and C ring, thank
The
you.
ring is in. It's correct for $300. 500. Dynamo is an anagram of which of these words? A, Mayday. B, Dayman. C, Monday. D, Deminin.
Lock and C Monday, please.
Monday's locked in. Dynamo Monday, correct for $500. Well played, Jessica. Going well, you're on a bit of a roll. 11 more questions will get you $1 million right after this in the hot seat. Let's go. Jessica Goss is sitting in the hot seat, playing beautifully at the moment. This is for $1,000. Jessica from Kirrawee in New South Wales. Good luck.
Thank you.
Red Simons was a guitarist in which Australian band? A, Skyhooks. B, Daddy Cool. C, Sherbet. D, Ted Mulry Gang.
Lock in A Skyhooks.
Lock in the mighty Skyhooks, correct for $1,000. Yeah. Red, of course, is a long-time member of the Hey Hey It's Saturday team, and these days does the breakfast show on ABC in Melbourne.
Okay.
Does a great job too. $1,500. Martin Crowe captained which country's Test cricket team? A, Zimbabwe. B, South Africa. C, England. D, New Zealand.
Oh, I actually don't know this one at all, so I will have to pass on this one.
You want to pass?
Yeah.
See you later, Jessica.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Hello, Brittany.
Hi, how are you, Eddie?
I'm well. Brittany Dalton is from Altona, Northern Victoria. She's 24 years of age, doing science at RMIT.
That's correct, yes.
What do you want to do when you get your degree?
Not 100% sure yet, but I thought I'd get the general science and then narrow it down and see what I like.
What do you think? What sort of area?
At the moment, I'm enjoying the chemistry. I like the organic chemistry with the carbon life forms, things like that.
And what could that lead to? What sort of employment? Or more research?
Research roles, yeah, things like that.
Good on you. You're involved in amateur theatre for 10 years and you met your boyfriend Shannon?
That's
Or
correct.
your fiancé?
Yes, yeah.
When are you getting married?
Haven't set a date yet, so one day.
No, well, good luck, Brittany. All right, do you know the answer to this question?
I do not. I do not follow cricket at all.
That's no good. Here's the question. Martin Crowe captained which country's Test cricket team? Zimbabwe, South Africa, England, New Zealand. Martin Crowe.
I have no clue, Eddie. Martin sounds like a pretty English name, though, so I'm just going to lock it in with C.
Lock in C, England. His cousin is a bloke by the name of Russell Crowe.
He was
Unfortunately,
born in England, I thought.
no.
Oh, no, New Zealand.
Yeah, he was New Zealand. Yeah.
Figured it out before you told me.
Martin Crowe, unfortunately, passed away recently from cancer. Was one of the great batsmen of his era. 5,444 Test runs at 45.36. And his brother Jeff Crowe also captained New Zealand, a wonderful cricketing family. Brittany, I'm sorry that it had to end that way.
That's all right. Nice
Good luck.
to meet you, Eddie.
You too. See you.
See you later.
Go home, Eddie. Good to see you, pal. Mark Dukic is from wonderful Port Lincoln in South Australia.
Yeah.
Dean Lucan country.
Dean Lucan, you mentioned the name, everyone knows him, absolutely.
I think I called you Mark. Mark, it's Mac, isn't
Mac,
it?
yep.
What's Mac short for?
It's not short for anything.
Just
I thought maybe
M.A.K..
Mackenzie, something. I can't think of anything, it's just Mac.
Just Mac?
You can blame my mum.
Big Mac. Where's
Yeah.
Mum? Zorka. Hello, Zorka.
Hi, Eddie.
How'd you come up with Mac?
Well, it was just Mac. Well, why not Mac?
But M-A-K, not M-A-C-K?
M-A-K.
Yeah. Good.
M-A-K.
That's a pretty good name, I reckon.
Yeah.
So does
It's a
Mum.
fabulous name.
What do you do? High school humanities teacher?
Yeah, I work at Cummins Area School out on the Eyre Peninsula, so near Port Lincoln. History, geography, so if I get any of those questions wrong, I'm not going to live it down with the kids. And they've made me say hello. Can I say hello to them? Is that
Go
right?
for it.
Hi, kids. Stop picking your noses, don't do drugs, all that fun stuff.
Well, there you go. There's something we can all take home tonight. Mum's over there, as we mentioned. Age 9, she took you backstage to meet Deborah Harry from Blondie.
Yep.
And you had no idea who she was?
No idea. I can appreciate it now, but when I was a kid, Mum had been working out at the gym and some guy was checking her out and sort of, being a bit, not creepy, but, coming over and he said, I'm Clem, is it Clem Baker? I don't know. And she went, no, I don't know who you are. And he went, oh, I'm the drummer for Blondie. And he went, oh, do you want some tickets? And we went backstage, great show, and I met her and she was I was probably 4 foot, she was about 3'5", she was tiny and eyelashes out here.
Yeah.
Really cool to meet her.
And Zorka, you must have enjoyed that.
She was fantastic in concert. She's superb.
Yeah, the great
She's
Deborah Harry. Let's go for $1,500.
Great.
A common type of citrus-flavoured tart is what lime pie? A, 3, B, key, C, green, D, dream.
I can probably knock out dream and green. I've seen a really funny cartoon that I remember, and I've never actually tried it myself, but I think I want to go for B, key, lime pie.
Key lime pie is correct for $1,500. Yeah, fruit is known in the US as key lime because of its association with the Florida Keys, spelled to Keys, which is not the way we do it here or in England, right? $2,500. Which of these is another term for a workshop or studio? A, atelier, B, sommelier, C, pomme de terre, D, au pair.
All right, a bit of the French coming out. Another term for workshop or studio. Sommelier is a wine taster. Pomme de terre, something with the earth. Au pair is something that helps. I think I might have to go with A, Eddie.
Lock it in. It's correct for $2,500. Particularly an artist workshop. A sommelier, as I said, is a wine expert. An au pair is a type of nanny, and a pomme de terre is a potato.
Oh, there you go.
French for potato. So you're right, it is in the ground. We're going to take a break. 7 questions, 5 contestants, and $250,000 to be won right after this. Let's go. 7 questions for $250,000. Mac Dukic. All right, Mac, let's go for $4,000. What website has the slogan, the front page of the internet? A, Twitter, B, Snapchat, C, Reddit, D, Facebook.
I have popped onto these before. I can rule out Snapchat, rule out Twitter. Facebook, not so much, more of a social network, and I do surf Reddit a little bit, so I'm really hoping it's C, Reddit.
Reddit is in. Correct for $4,000. $6,000. The native habitat of which of these species of penguin is the farthest north? A, Fjordland, B, Galapagos, C, rockhopper, D, Adelie.
This is a hard one, Eddie.
Furthest north.
Furthest north. I
Farthest
think
north.
Galapagos would be not as far north. Fjordland makes me think Norway, the fjords. Rockhopper and Adelie, I don't know. I think I'm going to go with A, Eddie.
A.
Lock it in.
B, Galapagos. Penguins are native to the southern hemisphere. The Galapagos Islands are on the equator, meaning that the Galapagos penguins is the only species whose native habitat extends into the northern hemisphere. There you go. Mac, you played really well, mate. Good luck with all the things you're doing,
Thank you.
particularly your filmmaking.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thanks for being part of the show. See you, mate. Hello, Lynn O'Brien. Welcome.
Thank you.
53 years of age, from Whittlesea in Victoria, secondary health and physical education teacher.
I am.
Do you teach in Essendon?
I do teach
what
in
school?
Essendon. I was hoping I'd get a question right before you asked me that, but our girls are risk takers. I teach at Lowther Hall in Essendon.
Lowther Hall in Essendon,
Yep.
Good. Kira's your daughter. Hi, Kira.
Hi, Eddie.
How are you?
Not bad, yourself?
That's the way. Kira, Daryl's your partner of 2 years. Kira's 19. Caleb is 16.
That's right, yes.
That's
2 beautiful children. I have a university student now. I blinked and suddenly they're all grown up.
Good on you, Kira. What are you doing at uni?
I'm studying arts and law
Good luck. Whereabouts?
at La Trobe.
Good luck with all that. Lynn,
Yes.
2004, you left your 6-year-old daughter,
This one.
that one,
yes.
in Australia while you travelled to Ethiopia to meet your adopted son.
Caleb, that's
Caleb,
right.
yeah.
And from that day when we met him, he's my son and love him, Aussie boy, and yeah, just really blessed to have him in our lives. And Kira to have a little brother, and well, he's not so little, but yeah.
Wonderful.
It is wonderful.
So how did that come about? How did you end up in Ethiopia and meeting Caleb?
Yeah, well, I wanted to be a mum again,
Yep.
and just started to investigate how that could come about. Have a real heart for Africa and the continent and the culture.
Yep.
So, you know, once we thought deeply about this, we haven't looked back, and yeah, we're just.
And Caleb's going beautifully.
He is. He's
Good.
doing really well. Thanks,
Now,
Eddie.
you and Kira had secret tattoos.
Well, yes, yeah, and.
Or have I just broken the secret?
No,
What's that?
no. We did discover them. They were revealed, but
Yeah.
she didn't tell me about hers.
So what you didn't know about, how did this come about?
Well, wearing a singlet top,
So-
actually now I've revealed. It's strategically hidden under the strap. I didn't get one to be obvious.
Yeah, so what's your tattoo?
Oh, well, it's a K, which is the first letter of both my children's name, Caleb and Kira.
Right.
Because that will always be.
Good. And what about Caleb? What was your secret tattoo?
Mine was like Roman numerals of the year that Caleb came over, so it's like the start of my family.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Good stuff. All right, come on, girls. It's all very spiritual here all of a sudden,
Thank
isn't
you.
it? I'm feeling really good.
I was pleased. Mac did really well because I didn't know all those, so maybe I'll know this one.
Well, hopefully you get this one right, Lynn. In fact, get the next 5 right and I'll give you $100,000. Good luck.
Thank you.
Current Australian $10 note features... Sorry, I'll have another go. The current Australian $10 notes feature portraits of Mary Gilmore and which other famous writer? A. Henry Handel Richardson. B. Banjo Paterson. C. Miles Franklin. D. David Uniapon. D. David Uniapon.
Usually carry probably more $10 notes than any other note in my purse. I think I can rule out A
Current
and
Australian
D.
$10 note.
Eddie, I think B, Banjo Paterson.
You can pass if you don't like it. 7, 5 questions. 4 seconds.
B, lock in B, Banjo
B.
Paterson.
Banjo Paterson is in. And correct for $6,000.
I just want to get one question right.
Well, you
That's
got it right. David Uniapon appears on the $50 note. The previous
Yes.
paper notes, the $10, used to have a Henry Lawson and Francis Greenway. All right, come back. Why you've answered one. Give me another 4, and I'll give you $100,000 right after the break in the hot seat. Here we go. We're into the home stretch. We've got 4 contestants and 4 questions to go with $100,000 up for grabs for you to win. Brian could have a crack at $50,000, Damon for $20,000 and Jessica for $10,000. Somebody will win $1,000 at least. Lynn, you're in the hot seat. Let's go for it. Good luck. This is for $10,000. The Red Fern Address was a famous speech delivered by which Australian Prime Minister? A. Gough Whitlam. B. Bob Hawke. C. Paul Keating. D. Kevin Rudd. The
Labor
Red Fern
Prime
Address.
Ministers. Red Fern.
Famous speech.
Yes, not my forte. I'm Bob Hawke, possibly.
10
I'm
seconds.
looking at Gough Whitlam.
6.
Look in D, thanks.
Kevin Rudd.
Yes.
He gave the sorry
Yes, he
speech.
did. He
but
did.
Not the Red Fern Address. It was Paul Keating.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, I didn't know that, so.
Delivered in December 1992. In the speech, Paul Keating acknowledged the impact that European colonisation had on Indigenous Australians. Kira, you knew that one, did you?
Well, I was going to pick A, so no.
No, okay. Well, there you go. You can both go away not knowing the answer.
Can I say hi to my mum and dad?
Sorry?
Just can I say hi to Dulcie and Alec?
No.
Please? No. Thank you for
No,
letting me.
of course you can.
Hi, mum and dad. They watch you faithfully every night. Love you very much. Thank you so much.
Good
Eddie.
on you. Thanks, Lynn.
Good to meet you.
Good
Thank
on you too. See ya. Good evening. Brian Thacker's 53 from East St Kilda in Victoria. Harry Thacker's his dad. G'day, H.
Good day.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
I like your hat, mate.
Gangster, part-time gangster.
Part-time gangster, eh? Part-time gangster, part-time art director, part-time travel author.
Yes.
Tell me about both of those.
Art director and advertising, so come up with all the annoying ads that everyone hates.
Which one?
All of them.
Which ones would we know you from?
Not many that I can think of at the moment.
Any?
I do a bit of Heinz, baked beans and soup and ketchup.
And tell me about the travel writing.
So I worked as a tour leader in Europe, taking busloads of drunk Australians and Kiwis around Europe. And I always thought it'd make a funny book, so I wrote a book called Rule Number 5, No Sex on the Bus.
There you go. You've eaten lots of weird food in your travels.
Yes.
It says here the worst was rancid shark meat in Iceland.
Yes, so a few hundred years ago they didn't have good cooking techniques, refrigeration.
You think they wouldn't need refrigeration in Iceland, would you?
Sharks urinate through their skin, so you can't eat them raw, so you can cook them. And they couldn't dry them, so someone figured out if you bury it in the ground, wee on it, and then leave it for a couple of months to rot, and then eat it.
Now, I understand how that could work, but who actually thought of that?
That's right. And the fact that they still have it now when they can just go to the supermarket and get something from...
And who was the first person who ate it?
But
that's the old gag, isn't it? Who's the bravest person in the world? The first person to eat an oyster. Think about that one. Brian, for $10,000, you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Maybe.
The 2E was a 1980s model of personal computer from which manufacturer? A. Apple, B. Hewlett-Packard, C. Toshiba, D. IBM.
Whew.
The 2E.
I'm an Apple man, so I've got Apple computer, but I still don't know from the 80s.
1980s model of personal
2E.
computer. The 2E.
I'm an Apple man, so let's take a punt. Let's go for my Apple.
Apple. Locked in. For no other reason.
No other reason.
It's correct for $10,000. It went on sale in 1983. It was one of the series of Apple II models made during the 70s and the 80s. Jessica, unfortunately, I think that's it for you, but thanks for being a great player.
Thank you.
Damon, you can still win $20,000. Brian, you're up for 50 grand. Here we go. In the official Olympic rings logo, which of these is not the colour of one of the upper three rings? A, yellow, B, black, C, red, D, blue.
Again, I'm going to have to take a punt at this.
Which is not the colour of one of the upper three rings?
B for black. Why not?
Lock in B for black? Yeah. It's in. It's wrong, it's yellow.
Oh.
Yellow. Yeah, the upper rings are blue, black and red, and the two lower rings are yellow and green. And the 5 rings represent the union of the 5 continents, while the colours represent the flags of the world's nations.
Oh.
Brian, missed by 1. Thanks, mate.
Thanks so much.
All the best. Damon Hall sits down. He's won $1,000. All right, Damon, come on. Small business owner, Telesphere. Tell me about that.
Yeah, tried to get serious about life and started a company. So it's home audio visual stuff. Give me a call, anyone.
What do you do? Install it? And
yeah,
it?
installations, yeah. So TVs, surround sound.
What's the big go these days? What does everyone want to have?
Yeah, the biggest TV possible. There's so much internet streaming going on these days, it's really changing. Not so many antennas getting installed anymore.
Fair enough. From Templestone, Victoria. Damon, you've won $1,000. We'll go to our news break. When we come back, we'll play for $20,000 cash. Damon's in the hot seat, ready to go. Come on, Damon, for $20,000 cash. What do we do with that?
Ooh, I think I'll buy a big sound system and put on a small festival.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What would you
Out
like
the bush where there's no neighbours.
And go mad with it?
Yeah. Host a good party.
Yeah. Why not?
Look after my mum a bit too.
Good, that's the way. What about Roy up the back?
Yeah, he's a good bloke.
He's your dad. Of course he's a good bloke. That's nice, Roy, after all these years, to know that he thinks you're a good bloke. I suppose that's all you can expect.
He can come to the party too.
He can come to the party. Yeah. All right, Damon, 41 years of age, single man, wants to get the big sound system happening. Let's go for $20,000. Carnarvon Gorge is located in the Carnarvon National Park in which Australian state? A, Tasmania, B, Queensland, C, Victoria, D, Western Australia. Now, you're an outdoors man.
Oh, I don't actually know
a tour
this.
guide.
Carnarvon Gorge. Oh, could be. I'm not really sure. Gorge.
Carnarvon National Park, Carnarvon Gorge. Which state?
Western Australia, maybe?
20 seconds.
Queensland. Tasmania. Is it Victoria? I don't think it's Victoria.
10 seconds. 5.
Western Australia?
Lock it in?
Yep, D.
In. Oh, Damon's Queensland. Yeah. That's 700 kilometres northwest of Brisbane. Popular tourist attraction, gets approximately 65,000 visitors every year. Unfortunately, you haven't been one of them. But, mate, you won $1,000. Well done, Damon. Damon Hall just won $1,000. See you next time in the Millionaire Hot Seat, everyone. Good night. Tonight, let's see if we can change somebody's life in the next half hour. What do you reckon? Gang, give away a whole lot of money. Might be $1 million. Might just pay off their credit card. Might just change somebody's life. And let's hope it's one of our 6 contestants who takes home the 7 figures tonight. Let's meet them right now. And in seat number 1, for swag demonstrations, Damon Hall would hide a rubber snake, unroll it, and then dramatically kill it. Jessica Goss loves French bulldogs and attends regular Frenchie birthday parties. After a makeup convention, Brittany Dalton went home on the train with fake blood and bruises. Mark Dukic is an aspiring filmmaker and has dabbled in short films and videos. Lynn O'Brien wants to visit and take a photo in all 195 countries of the world. And keen skier Brian Thacker wants to know how much skiing he can do with $1 million. Yeah, why not? All right, Damon, you ready?
Yes.
Let's go. Damon.
G'day.
Mate, you're done up like Crocodile Dundee. You're from Templestowe in Victoria. What's going on?
I used to be an adventure tour guide, mate, taking backpackers around Australia.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So when was that?
Oh, it was a few years back now. I've got
still in the kit?
Got me on the show, mate.
Yeah. Good on you, buddy. Now, tell me about rolling up the snake and whacking it. Were you a swagman, were you?
Well, we'd sleep in swags under the stars each night, out in the desert, and most of the backpackers were international travellers. They'd never slept in a swag, didn't know what it was. So I'd hide a rubber snake in the swag just for a bit of fun.
Well, I'm sure that was fun, yeah.
I'd roll it out, and the snake would come flying out, and I'd grab it and swing it around my head and crack its head over a log and throw it off into the darkness. And I got away with it every time. No one would check to see if it was alive.
And you're the hero. Yes. Let's go, Jessica. A traditional nursery rhyme begins. Tinker, tailor, what? Lover, hater, soldier, sailor, plumber, whaler, butcher, baker.
Yep, to be honest, I actually don't know this one.
10 seconds.
But Tinker Tailor, I would have to go with B, Eddie, I think.
Lock in B.
Yep.
Correct for $200. Right, it's dated back to the 15th century. It goes tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. It's used as a counting game to work out who will be it in a game of chasing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So eeny, meeny, miny, mo, tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor type of thing. $300. Yep. In sumo wrestling, a contestant wins if they force their opponent out of the what? A, oval, B, court, C, ring, D, cookie jar.
Lock and C, ring, thank
The
you.
ring is in, it's correct.
The totality.
And how was that?
Awesome.
What sort of music were you playing?
Electronic, loud.
Yeah? Good stuff, Damon. $200. A traditional nursery rhyme begins tinker, tailor, what? A. Lover, hater. B. Soldier, sailor. C. Plumber, whaler. D. Butcher, baker. 10.
I don't actually know that one, Eddie. Don't think I want to risk it. I'll pass.
See you later, Damon. Catch it. Hello, Jessica.
How are you?
I'm well. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Jessica Goss is from Kirrawee in New South Wales, an insurance broker.
That's it.
32 years of age. Adam is your husband of 5 years. Hello, Adam.
G'day, Ed. How are you, mate?
I'm very, very well. Jessica, you could win $1 million too.
I could, but this question is a bit tricky, actually.
Yeah, well, tell me about Taylor, who's your stepdaughter. She's 8 years of age.
Yeah, 8 years old, stepdaughter. So
Yeah.
I've been stepmother since, for about 8 years now, so.
Good on Damon, there you go. Roy's your dad. Go, Roy.
Eddie.
Welcome to the show. Was he always a bit of a prankster?
Always, mate.
Good stuff, mate. Okay, 15 questions will get you there. Ready to play?
Yes.
Let's play Hot Seat. $100. Flip-flops are another name for what type of clothing or footwear? A. Shorts. B. Moccasins. C. Thongs. D. Track pants.
See, Eddie. Thongs.
Thongs in. Thongs correct for $1,000. For $100, aren't it? I was jumping the gun. I was giving the big money already. I want to ask you about this. You're an eclipse chaser.
Yeah, it's one of the best shows that nature can put on.
So eclipse of the sun or the moon?
Yeah, eclipse of the sun,
Yeah.
by the moon, yep. So I've seen 3 so far. Probably the best one was we went to Rarotonga and we chartered a small container ship and took off the containers, put on a sound system and went out in the ocean to get under the path.